Welcome to the hottest grappling show in Arizona. The Valley is home to an amazing grappling community. Join us as we roll through the top jiu-jitsu schools in the state. Our goal? To highlight incredible instructors, their academies, and their amazing journeys through life and jiu-jitsu. It's not the destination, it's the journey that counts. Welcome to Rolling Through the Valley.
Sills here, rolling through the valley. Here we are, Gracie, Barra, Chandler, and I have a very special guest, Professor Paulo Pio. Did I say that right?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So nice to have you on the show. Thank you so much. And we look forward to getting to know you a little bit. Is that okay with you?
Of course. Thanks so much for inviting me. Now it's a pleasure to be here with you.
Thank you. Okay, so tell us a little bit about yourself.
So my name is Paulo Eduardo Pio. No, Paulo Eduardo. Pio is a nickname. It's a Brazilian nickname.
What does it mean?
Pio is like, you know the Tweety, the yellow bird, little yellow bird.
Yes.
Is that. So in Portuguese, it's a Pio Pio. No, and then my nickname comes from that. So my name is Paulo Eduardo, but in the jiu-jitsu community, on jiu-jitsu, everybody call me Pio since I started jiu-jitsu, since I was a young boy.
Very nice. And so when did you come to the U.S.? I know you're Brazilian, right? Mm-hmm. So tell us a little bit about your story and how you got into jiu-jitsu.
So I'm a Brazilian jiu-jitsu third degree black belt. I'm going to get my first stripe next year. So I'm going to complete 14 years as a black belt.
14 years. What an accomplishment.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. And, I moved to United States 10 years ago. Around 10 years ago, I moved first to California, where I taught at Gracie Barra headquarters, and also Gracie Barra Rancho Santa Margarita with Professor Gracie, what's a great friend. And then I was invited by Professor Flávio Almeida to come to Arizona when they started this Gracie Barra Arizona project, where they built a bunch of schools here on the valley. About my jiu-jitsu journey, I started very young.
What age?
I started at 15 to 16.
Oh, wow. I wish I would have started when I was 15 or 16.
And then I was always into sports, but I'm still very explosive and emotional. Always fighting on the streets, things like that. And then my mom...
You were always fighting?
Yes, I'm always fighting.
I can't see that.
Yeah, everybody says that. Everybody says, you're so not. But like I said, I'm very explosive, so let's say that my line between being very, very nice and explode is like very thin. And then my mom put me in the martial arts, in jiu-jitsu, because it's a good discipline, and he's going to stop you fight on the street and this guy like that. On my mind at that time, when I was young, was, okay, it's a good way for me have a better fight, so I beat other people. But my mom was right, since I started jiu-jitsu, I was able to control myself much better. I don't remember the last time I been into a fight on the street, that this never happened again since I started jiu-jitsu, so I can say what they tell about jiu-jitsu, this is a good discipline, build self-confidence, is true, because I'm approve of that.
Great. What does jiu-jitsu mean to you, and how has it transformed your life?
So I'm come from a very poor neighborhood in Brazil, like many of jiu-jitsu fighters, come to the United States. And jiu-jitsu changed my life, completely. So jiu-jitsu means everything to me. Like I said, my childhood was very, very tough, very hard. And without jiu-jitsu, I don't know what I would be. Many of my friends, when I was a kid in Brazil, some are in jail, some are not even alive anymore. And I get emotional talk about that. And the jiu-jitsu give me opportunity to change my life, be here today, teaching, competing, making friends. So jiu-jitsu is everything for me.
What are your thoughts on competition, and do you think that it's for everyone?
I love competition. Since I started jiu-jitsu, I always competed. I think it's a great way to to challenge yourself, improve yourself. Also, on my time, Jiu-Jitsu was all about competition, on that time, So for me, like I said, it changed my life. I put all my energy, as a kid, as a teenager, in Jiu-Jitsu. So I used to compete a lot, and I believe it helped me a lot, to build what I am today. Jiu-Jitsu today is a little bit different, so people has more access to Jiu-Jitsu. It's not more for like it was before, just for that tough guys or for that guys who like to compete. Mm-hmm. So Jiu-Jitsu today, everyone can, even Gracie Barra, they say Jiu-Jitsu for everyone. No, what's true, everybody can train and enjoy the benefits of Jiu-Jitsu. On the competition side, I believe everybody should try at least. I believe competition is for everyone. But it's very important we settle expectations with our professor and with yourself. Because we need to understand today, Jiu-Jitsu has become very professional. Right. We have some kids, they start training Jiu-Jitsu 5 years old. Mm-hmm. They train Jiu-Jitsu 3-4 times per day, every day. So you cannot expect a father, what works like 6-8 hours per day, train Jiu-Jitsu 1 hour per day, sometimes not even every day, going at competition and fight on the same level of a professional fighter like that, So I believe Jiu-Jitsu competition is important. Everybody should try. I encourage and I support all my students to try, but I always work with them the expectations. If I look, let's see your life. How is your life? Let's set expectations for you so you don't get frustrated and you take the best of the competition. You can improve, you can challenge yourself, you can have fun, all of that. And of course, I teach, I also have some professional young athletes, I train here, and then the expectations are different. They train 3-4 times per day, every day, so then we have different expectations for them. So yes, competition is for everyone, but it's very important to talk with your professor, and understand yourself so you don't get frustrated. Because I tell my students, I don't want you guys quit Jiu-Jitsu, quit all the benefits of Jiu-Jitsu because you guys had a bad experience in a tournament, most of the time because you set the wrong expectations for you.
Right. Now, you've competed a lot before, right? So did you always have that competitive nature, or is that something you had to work on?
I always liked to compete, but was not something natural. I think like everyone in competition, I always became very, very nervous. I remember my first competition was in Brazil. I was very young. Gymnasium was crowded, but was like, when you go for a place and it looks like empty. You cannot hear anything. Yeah. You got so nervous, sweating, you don't hear anything. You don't listen to your professor, you don't listen to your friends. It's like it was just me over there. A lot of people, but I felt like, okay, I'm alone here. This is empty. And today I feel much better about that. We learn Jiu-Jitsu, we train Jiu-Jitsu. So for example, you go to your school, to your dean, or you train with your friends, with your professor, and you learn Jiu-Jitsu, you're gonna have a great Jiu-Jitsu. And then I tell my students, then you also need to, if you like to compete, if you want to become a competitor or a professional athlete, you need to learn to compete as well, because the Jiu-Jitsu we practice here, it's not necessarily the same you're gonna find in a competition, because then there's adrenaline, the stress, people around you not get used to, so you need to learn. It's also a process, it's also like you learn 2 different Jiu-Jitsu. One here where you much more relaxing, one on the competition where okay, now it's for real, So
how do you train your students and develop them for competition? Do you have competition classes? Is there something that you tell them before the competition? Tell me about that.
Yeah, so here in Chandler, we have the competition team. So I have the regular classes where everybody enjoy, and also we have 2 different competition teams. One for the 10 to 13 years old, and then 14 and up. The intensity of the classes are different. I would say more the intense, you know, because the level of the technique, of course, on the regular class I teach also some very high level techniques. No, but like you said a very important point, you know, is the mindset work is different. No, so when I'm talking with the competition team, I have a kind of approach. When I'm talking with my regular students, the ones have jobs and go home every day and come once, twice a week, are different approach. Like, and I try to settle expectations, because through that they know, okay, I need to work this hard, you know, to settle my expectations. Okay, I have these expectations, I can work this way. So on the competition team, we have a lot of, even more with the kids, you know. I tell them, I try to show them, like, look, when you go for the tournament, I cannot control if you're gonna win or lose. I cannot control if you're gonna become a champion. No, it's out of my hands. What I can control is your hard work, is your level of commitment. This is what you can control. So go and do your best every day, work hard, you know, to achieve your goals. And then when you get over there, doesn't matter if you win or lose, you're gonna be proud of yourself. And something I always had to me when I was competing, I was like, okay, I'm gonna fight. I can fight with the best fighter in the world. I don't know if I'm gonna win or lose, but I promise, man, that guy gonna remember he fought me. No, he's gonna, okay. And if the next term he's gonna have to fight against me again, he's gonna say, putz, I'm gonna have to fight against you again. No, so this is my mindset as a competition. No? So I cannot control the final result, but I can control the process. No, so.
Okay, so we all know tournaments are nerve-wracking. How was your first competition experience? Very first one.
I know that, like I said, it was like I was in a crowded gymnasium. I was by myself over there, alone. No, it was like.
Did they have to take you out on a stretcher? Were you okay? You were okay.
I was okay with that. Like you know, when before you're very excited for something, you know, so before, man, I want to go, man, I'm ready to go, I'm ready to fight, I'm ready to step on the mat. On the time we were on the bullpen, it's like, what I'm doing here? What I'm doing here? I want to go home, no? And I was very young,
Did you win?
No, my first competition, no. Very sincere, no. Even when I did my first state finals in my state, in Brazil, I remember when I got the finals, I was so nervous. No, I was training for like 7-8 months. No, it was a short time, but I used to train a lot, you know, and I was doing very good. I still was so nervous. You can ask my professor. My professor is here, right?
Oh, we gotta get him in here.
on the finals, I was so nervous. My stomach started to get crazy. I just stepped and I ran to the bathroom and everything. It was because how nervous I was.
What did he get you with? Was it a choke? Was it?
No, it was nothing. It was just nervous. It was nervous. But
how did he win? How did he win?
Because
your opponent.
Because I just stepped because I was very nervous.
Oh, you didn't even?
No, because I was like, on that time the state championships in Brazil was big, was huge. No, when them was like, man, I'm on the finals. You know, when you have somebody, it's like I was not expecting for that. I had just started jiu-jitsu, you know, and you are in the finals. And then I got so nervous, and then the fight started, and I started to get nervous, and I started to feel bad, and I get in panic,
and then you left?
And I left.
That's great. I shouldn't be laughing.
But no, it's true. And then,
now we can laugh, right?
Yeah, on the time. But it's, again, I was very young, you know, and a kid, you learn and improve, you know. And
yeah, right. So what is one of the biggest lessons competition has taught you?
Handle with pressure. I believe I'm the person. As much more pressure you put on me, some people, they go down, right? They shrink, you know, they get, as more pressure you put on me, more, okay, let's do it, let's go. And I think this comes from competition. You know, the competition mindset, to be competing against the best in the world, the biggest tournaments in the world. I always put myself on that situation, on that stress, adrenaline and everything, build that on me, you know. So today, even on the regular routine, you know, on the days, you know, with personal life, business, all of this, you know, every time something comes strong on me, like, okay, so let's do it. Let's see what's gonna happen.
Okay, so what advice would you give somebody that is just starting jiu-jitsu or even just your younger self? What would you tell your younger self?
I would tell them is win or lose is not going to change what people think or they feel about you, but your hard work with your attitude will. So don't worry too much about win or lose. Worry much more about how hard you work and how you treat, how you help the people around you.
So to finish the interview, what are you currently excited about? Do you have any plans for the school? Just what is going on in your world? What is going on in Gracie, Barra, Chandler?
So we built something very special here. We have a very strong and united team. You know, the students here are amazing. So I'm very excited for the growing of the team. You know, the school keep growing. We have all kind of students here. Like say we have doctors, we have lawyers, have people, you know, women, kids. So this is exciting to be able to teach them jiu-jitsu and see how jiu-jitsu can help them on their lives, you know, and I have been seeing so many changes, you know, to all of them, from kids to adults, you know, seeing how jiu-jitsu and Gracie Barra Chandler are being changing their lives, you know, for better.
Isn't that amazing to see the progress?
Nah,
you get to see it all. That's amazing.
This is the best, you know, when I see kids, you know, I remember some kids come to me very, very shy when they were very young, you know, and now they are all confident. This is amazing. I remember a few kids, you know, who are with me longer. The parents come to sign, you know, to join the team, and the kid didn't even look at me. He didn't open the mouth. He didn't say anything. And they play, they laugh, they have a lot of plans. Some of them even compete, you know, they're high-level competitors. So this is exciting me a lot. Plus that, on the competition side, we have some very good talents here. You know, we have some very young kids. You know, also we have a boy already on the brown belt. You know, Lucas Castro, already among the best in the world. You know, he's been for 2 years in a row already world medalist on the adult division.
Very nice.
So a lot of good things happening. I'm very excited for the future. You know.
Very nice. Tell us, where can we find you? Where can we learn more about you and this amazing academy? Do you have social media?
Yeah, so we can find more about us at Instagram. No, the Instagram school is gbchandler72. Okay. Also, I have my personal Instagram is pew.gb72. Okay, and it would be awesome to answer questions if somebody would like to send me a question or anything I can help about their jiu-jitsu journey. I will make myself available. We're going to be happy to help.
Thank you so much for your time. You are amazing, and you are such a stand-up guy. You really are. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much.
And I know, before we end this, his professor is here. Do you want to come and say hi? So, this is his first professor right here. What is your name?
Claudinei Meneghetti Kiko, Professor Kiko.
We're happy to have you. Welcome to the U.S.
Thank you.
All right, perfect. We'll end it there. Thank you again.